Hello, I'm Sarah and I'm coming to you today with a bit of a fun one. We've got a little birthday boy in our house who loves Lamingtons. I'm actually talking about Clint, my husband. So he asked for either a Lamington cake or Lamingtons for his birthday. I went to Pack and Save to see if I could find a cheap packet of Lamingtons. They didn't really have any other than tiny little ones and they just felt rock hard. I thought, no, who are you? Come on. I am me, I make stuff. So, I'm going to have a go at making a Lamington cake. Now, it's partially using a recipe that I've done before called an emergency cake. Now, the emergency cake, I love the recipe. It is so easy, it is super yummy. It's real cheap to make. I got a few comments when I first released the video a while back saying this is basically a Lamington recipe, and I didn't realise. I mean, it is basically a simple sweet sponge cake. For the icing, I'm not sure if you call it icing, some people call it a glaze, it's around Lamingtons. I'm going to go with the raspberry flavour because that is Clint's favourite, hands down. Me, I'm a chocolate person. I love chocolate Lamingtons. Yum. I'm chocolate anything and I'm there. But he likes his berry flavoured stuff. So this is going to be pink Lamington. First of all, basically my emergency cake recipe, which is super easy to throw together. 1 3/4 cups of flour, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 2 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 cup of sugar, 1/3 of a cup of butter. I just use cheap table spread because it's me. 2/3 of a cup of milk. If you have whey left over from making Greek yogurt or something like that, you can put the whey in there instead of milk. But any type of milk, green, blue, doesn't matter. 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Whisk that together really well till there are no bumps. Then we're going to put that into greased and or lined. If I'm making this just as a standalone emergency cake, as I call it, I usually put it in a square tin, about 20 centimetres squared. However, birthday cake, I don't know, in my mind birthday cake should be round. So I'm just using a round cake tin. This is about 22 centimetres round. Now, because we want this sandwiched with cream in the middle, I'm actually going to double this. I only have 1 cake tin this exact size, so I'm going to mix that up, put it in a cake tin, because I'm going to make 2 cakes essentially and sandwich the cream in the middle. It's going to be epic. Clint's had a rough time of it lately, so you know, he's hurt his foot, he's been off work on ACC, he's hobbling about on a moon boot. He's pretty grumpy about the whole thing, so I'm going to make him happy with a big cake. Big cakes make anyone happy. So while the first one is cooking, I'm going to make a secondary one, exactly the same quantities. For the icing, glaze, whatever it is you call it that goes on a Lamington, raspberry jelly. I've seen a few different versions of doing this, but this seems to be the more common technique. Just an 85 sachet or box of raspberry jelly. We're going to melt that in a bowl with 1/2 cup of boiling water. Mix it in, add 30 grams of melted butter, table spread, whatever, and then put in 2 cups of icing sugar. Give that a really good mix up. Okay, so I'm back. It is actually the next day. I just made that jelly mixture. That's looking nice and thick now. It's still very slightly warm, but I left it for about an hour just to come down to room temperature a bit, because that's what feels like the best option. Now, making normal little Lamingtons, of course, you dip them in that and then you dip them in coconut. A cake's a bit of a different story, and I think I've come up with a way involving an oven tray to avoid too much mess. There's always going to be mess where I'm involved. And I'll just use one of the racks from my oven. So you get where I'm going here. Put these on here, pour it over. Oven tray should catch any mess. So it's going to be the top one. I was going to completely cover that. Now of course the one on the bottom, we're meant to put like raspberry jam and whipped cream on it.
Oh yeah, definitely need that, yeah.
Yeah, so really we just want the icing around the outside of that, don't we? Because that would be weird having icing in the middle.
Yeah.
And then cut it in.
Yeah.
So
that
was my thought. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
After that interaction, I'm now hoping the rest of us are going to get a look in. Yeah, just due to time constraints, I put these in the fridge overnight. I think it will help that they are slightly chilled. I might let that set for a bit, and then I'll put another layer on. Funny wee story behind Lamington cake. This won't actually be my first attempt at making this. Last time I tried making this was many moons ago, before I even started this YouTube channel, which is almost a shame. It could have been funny to capture it on camera. The moment that I realised there's a big difference between baking powder and baking soda, and that one really does taste like soap. And if you use it in the same quantities that you do baking powder, you're gonna get soap cake. Clint knew I was having a crack at making a Lamington cake video. He did remind me to make sure we had baking powder because he still has not forgotten. It was probably about 10 years ago, plus. Happy birthday, dear Dad. Get off. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Oh yeah. Coconut everywhere.
Yeah.
Alright, so it has gone very quiet in the background, which means there must be happy troops. It tastes like a Lamington. I still maintain I like chocolate Lamingtons better, but this is awesome. It's yummy. That top actually tastes really nice. I can taste that sort of jellyish taste in it. Cream goes nice, jam goes nice. Awesome, there we go. If you need a Lamington cake done, do it yourself. So, hit like, leave me a comment, subscribe, and we will catch you next week. Bye.